Hi, this is Reid Mihalko from readaboutsex.com for whattheyarasking.com. And today's question of the week is, can you give us some positions for anal sex? The answer is yes, we can give you that here. First things first, go to your library if it's progressive enough, or go to a sex store and get a really good book on anal sex and anal positions. Tristan Taormino is kind of known as the fairy godmother of anal sex and books of that nature. There are tons. And what I can tell you in a video is the best positions for anal sex are the ones that give you the most pleasure and give your partner the most pleasure. Those are the ones that are the best. The first thing to understand about anal play at all is that a lot of people need adequate warm-up and need for anal sex to go slow, at least in the beginning, because there's an interesting thing that your nervous system does when you're aroused fully, is that a lot of your receptors that would register pain actually start registering intense sensation as pleasure. But you can't really go from 0 to 60 right off the bat, because most people are just going to be like, whoa, that's not happening. And especially for people who just decided then in the moment that they want to try some sort of anal play, remember that if you've never had that kind of experience or explored before, you're probably not going to take a cock or a dildo in your butt right then and there. Or your partner's not going to be able to do that right then and there. So you want to start off with small things like pinkies and things like that, or little tiny butt plugs when you play, and you also want to be using lots of lube. So let's assume that you've done all that, and in your exploring with yourself and in exploring with your partners, with those, with your pinky, with a finger, with a thumb, with two fingers, in exploring their butts or your own butt, you're also kind of paying attention and remembering what positions feel best. Maybe you being on your hands and knees in a kind of doggy style position is what feels best for you. For some of us, being on our backs with maybe a pillow underneath our hips and our thighs and our knees pointed up in the air or more towards our shoulders, maybe that position is going to work best for you or for your partner. Some people being on their sides, or even standing up and kind of, putting your hands against the wall and your back out and arching your back. These things are all going to be unique for you, and also unique in the actual moment and opportunity that you're trying these things. But paying attention to the things that feel good to you while you're starting, at a beginner's pace, is also going to inform and maybe leave some great clues for you later. One position I particularly like, if I'm playing anally and want to be penetrated, is for me to be on top of my partner or on top of the toy that I'm playing with. This way I can regulate the depth of penetration and the speed, and kind of self-correct my positioning by moving my hips back and forth. So a lot of those positions that you'll see in the Kama Sutra, not the super crazy ones, but those positions that you'll see in most basic sex books can be used for anal sex as well, but you always want to put your focus on the person who's being penetrated and trying to get as much feedback from them, or if you're the person who's being penetrated, trying to give yourself as much leeway for having control over the depth and the speed. Another really, really, really useful thing for both partners is to consistently breathe, take deep breaths, and let out a lot of sound. Let out, not just but like a when you're playing anally. The reason for this is a geeky one. There's a thing called the vagus nerve, and deep breaths and letting out sound through your throat and vocal cords not only relaxes your throat, but also tends to relax other sphincters in your body, including your butt. And these kinds of breathing exercises and making sound exercises not only oxygenates your blood and allows you to relax, but is allowing your butt to relax, which means that you can receive more pleasure, but still go slow, start off small, and then work your way up. Make sure that you and your partner are fully aroused, and always be checking in with the person who's receiving the penetration. As far as positions go, giving the person who's being penetrated the choice so that they have the control over how they're going to be penetrated, even if I'm going to be lying on my back and telling you to come into me. Those are the best positions you want to try, and that's how you want to start. So this is Reid Mihalko from readaboutsex.com for whattheyarasking.com. Tune in next week when we have another video and another question, and submit your questions. Let us know what you want to learn. Bye.